Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel MTG Box Analysis to take a look at Commander Masters. Now we've got ourselves a sealed set booster box here. I recently found these on woot.com for $229. Put a post about it in the channel. If it's still available, I will post a link in the video description so you can run out there and pick one up if you're so inclined. I have no true affiliation with them. I make no money off of the link. Just the fact that I found it for $70 cheaper than you can buy it on the open market is pretty cool. So we've got 24 set boosters here. We're going to kind of go through all of these. Then we're going to run the full MTG box analysis at the end. But we're curious to see if we can beat that $229 in card value. So we do have pull tabs. This is going to go pretty quick. We'll go through, I think, a few packs, and then maybe we'll just skip to the good stuff. So in this pack, we're going to start off with a Servo token, followed by a Rapacious 1 coming in as a foil common, with a Crater Hoof Behemoth coming in as a mythic. This is going to be a fantastic hit from the main set, valued over $20. And then right behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Tooth and Nail, valued at around $2 or so. And then we're going to see ourselves Morphon the Boundless, another mythic coming in. Very cool to see that. And we are even going to see Balin the Wandering Knight coming in as a rare, and that'll do it. And then we're going to see Taya Bearclaw, followed by an Extinguish All Hope, an Aether Gale with a Beanstalk Giant. Then we get a Pilgrim's Eye, followed by a Filigree Attendant, Letter of Acceptance, a Vial of Dragonfire, with a Return to Dust coming in borderless. And behind that, we're going to see ourselves a foil Retro Swamp, and we get a gold stamp art card. I'll go ahead and feature the artist, even though it's not a real signature. We've got Grave Pact coming in by Kev Walker. So thank you, Kev, for animating or illustrating our game, but no thank you for not providing your true signature. All right, so this pack is going to kick off with a mythic list hit. We got Praetor's Council coming in from Commander 2014. Very cool to see that. Another mythic for us. I guess we'll do a couple of piles down here, mythics and rares. So we'll add that to our mythic pile. Behind that, we're going to see a Drown in Sorrow foil, followed by a Hellkite, a Charger coming in as a rare. Then we're going to see ourselves a Training Center from the Land Cycle, followed by a Maelstrom Wanderer. And then we're going to see ourselves a Spellseeker mythic coming in the borderless treatment. Very nice. Then we've got a Yeheni Undying Partisan, followed by a Hunter's Insight, a Furious Rage. Then we're going to see a Generous Gift, followed by a Spike Shot Goblin with a Dragon Fodder, a Feed the Swarm. Then we get a Renowned Weaponsmith with an Elvish Mystic in borderless, a non-foil Retro Swamp, and a non-signed art card in the back. So we are already up to 4 mythics, and we're only 2 packs in. This is pretty unexpected, but I will take it. All right, so we got the Monarch, followed by Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs, coming in as a foil uncommon. Behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Vindictive Lich, followed by Maw of Flames. Then we're going to see ourselves, so only a double rare pack there. Then we get a Verdant of the Ancient, followed by Slimefoot the Stowaway, Wildwood Scourge, Predatory Rampage, Crawling Infestation with a Tragic Slip. Then we've got a Frantic Search, Deep Analysis. That's what we try and do here. Then we get ourselves a Heart-Pierced Bow with an Abrade. Then we're going to see ourselves a Command Tower in borderless with a Retro Plains and another non-signed art card. All right, next pack in. This one's going to kick off with an Elemental token. And behind it, we're going to see ourselves a Wanderer Strike and foil with a Chromatic Lantern. I'm sure the value on this has gone down quite a bit, considering there's a lot of these in Ravnica. And then we've got ourselves a Demon Lord Belzenlock, followed by Mawu Loyal Companion. Then we're going to see Gorex the Tomb Shell, Rise of the Tides. Then we're going to see Slice and Dice with a Spectral Grasp, a Counterspell, followed by an All That Glitters, an Ancestral Blade, a Dwarven Hammer. Then we're going to see the Witch's Cauldron, followed by a Fact or Fiction in borderless, a Retro Plains, and another non-signed art card. All right. So I think we've gone through enough packs where we've called out all the commons and uncommons. There are definitely some commons of value. So what I will do is I will slow down on those and put the price overlays up, but I won't make this a 40-minute video. So we got the Eldrazi Scion token, followed by Herald of the Host. Then we're going to see ourselves an Emerald Medallion. Very nice to see that. All the medallions are good from this set. Then we've got ourselves Miri Weatherlight Duelist. All right, moving into our next pack. This one is going to kick off with a Servo token. And then we're going to see ourselves a Sky Shroud Claim coming in foil with a Sour of Discord as our first rare. Then Zatalpa Primal Dawn as a second. All right, nothing of note in the back of that pack. We do get another list card here. We're going to see ourselves a Ruthless Invasion coming in. Very nice from, I think it's New Phyrexia. And then behind that, we are going to see a Filigree Attendant with a Fiery Confluence coming in as our first rare. Then we're going to see ourselves a Toxic Deluge, really good hit from the set. And we're even going to see Queen Marchesa. All right, and that's the Soul Ring in art form, non-signed though. If we find it in signature form, I'll call out the artist. Heck, if we pull a borderless Soul Ring, I'll call out the artist too. So we got ourselves a Thopter, followed by a Meyer Sire in foil, with a Loyal Retainers coming in as a mythic hit for us. Unfortunately, not the best mythic in the set. And then we're going to see ourselves a Deadly Rollick. This is going to be a really good hit for us as a rare. And then we're even going to see a Star of Extinction with a Heartless Hitagatsu coming in. So quad rare pack there. And we get a Path of Ancestry with a Forest and another non-signed art card. All right, so that takes us through 1/3 of the box. So let's just see quite a few mythics. I think we're at 5 right now, unless I've mispiled some, but a ton of really good rares. All right, so we got ourselves the Servo token with an Abrade in foil, followed by a Smothering Tide. Very nice to see this. Still holds a lot of value in this set, value right around $20 as a mythic. And then we're going to see Odric Master Tactician coming in as a rare, with a Spectator Seeding coming up as a borderless rare from the land cycle. All right. This one is going to kick off with a treasure token. And in case you weren't aware, every single one of these tokens is double-sided. So we got Tartova Benathic Druid coming in as our foil, followed by Commandeer as a rare. Then we're going to see ourselves a Pearl Medallion, our second medallion of the box. And behind that, we're going to see Eureka of the Tiger's Shadow. And we're going to see an Arcane Signet in the back with a foil island, and yet again, another non-signed art card. Usually good for 3 signature art cards in a set box, but these have 24 packs, so it is potential to get just 2. All right, so we're going to see another mythic off of the list here. We're going to see Soul of Chandalahar. Very cool to see that. And then behind that, we're going to see a Generous Gift foil, followed by Magus of the Wheel as a rare. Then we're going to see ourselves a Kindred Dominance with an Azusa Lost But Seeking. All right, we're going to see a Dread Return in the back with a Plains and another non-signed art card. Getting some really good hits off of the list, so it should be a good set box at the end. So we got the Elemental, followed by an Abundant Harvest as a foil. And then we're going to see ourselves a Champion's Helm coming in as our rare, with a Wretched Confluence coming in as our second rare. And then we're going to see Corridor Ghost Chieftain as a third rare, and that'll do it. We are going to see an Exsanguinate Borderless in the back. That should hold a little bit of value for us. And another non-signed Sliver art card. All right, we got ourselves the treasure with the Ministrant of Obligation, followed by a Hammer of Nazam coming in as our first rare. And then we're going to see a Steel Shaper's Gift followed by Endrick Shaw Master Breeder coming in as our third. All right, we do finally get another signed art card here. So this is going to be the Blade Sliver by Alexandre Honore. Very cool. Thank you very much, Alexandre, for animating that card and contributing to our game. Don't think the artists get enough love, so when I see his signature, I want to call it out. All right, so we got ourselves a zombie token with a Reliquary Tower coming in foil, followed by a Torrential Gear Hulk. Now we're going to see ourselves a Rejuvenating Springs from the Land Cycle, followed by Mizzix of the Ismagus, a reprint, or rather a preprint of the reprint to Ravnica. All right, 2 more packs to go in this stack. This one's got a Spirit token right up front. And then we're going to see ourselves a Lifeblood Hydra coming in as a foil rare. Very cool. And then as our second rare, we're going to see Amanatu's Augury. Then as our third rare, as a mythic, we're going to see Urza, Lord High Artificer. Very cool to see that. And that's where that pack will end. And Morphon on the back is a non-signed art card. Driving into our last pack here in stack number 2, we got another list card here. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a high value one. We got ourselves an Oaken Brawler coming in. All right, and then we're going to see a foil Borderless Dread Return, just a common. And right behind that, we're going to see the Lifeblood Hydra again, but this time in non-foil, followed by Teferi Temporal Archmage coming in as a rare, and that'll do it. All right, sliding into our final 12 packs. What kind of value are these going to hold? Are we going to find ourselves a Jeweled Lotus? There are 3 different variants, right? So you've got standard frame, you've got etched foil, and then you've got the borderless frame break. Now, we're not eligible to see etched foils in this particular product, if my memory serves me correctly. So we're just looking for the standard frame or the borderless. So we got the zombie, followed by a zombie Lady of Scrolls as a foil rare. Very cool. Then we're going to see ourselves a Wayward Swordtooth as number 2, with a Strength Incarnate as number 3, and that'll do it. Still hoping for there's a Soul Ring. Still hoping for a 5-card pack, or 5 rare/mythic pack. There's a Vandablast with an island. And we're going to see a second stamped art card here. We'll call out the artist. This is Loyal Subordinate by Kev Walker. All right, cool. Thank you very much, Kev. Those don't have, I would say, any significant value. There are a few random art cards that do hold a lot of value for some reason, but the majority of signed art cards are less than $1. So we got the Eldrazi here with a Surrak, the Hunt Caller. And then we're going to see ourselves, there's a big hit right there. We're going to see ourselves the Great Henge coming from the main set. The Great Henge is currently valued right around $50 as a mythic. Hooray! And then directly behind that, we're going to see ourselves a Regal Behemoth with an Ob Nixilis of the Black Oath. So young Ob Nixilis there. And then we're going to see Benathic Druid. We got ourselves another card off of the list. It is going to be a rare from Commander 14. This is going to be Pentavus coming in. Very cool. And right behind that, we're going to see ourselves a foil borderless Kadama's Reach with a Curtain's Call as a main set rare. And then we're going to see Talron the Sky Summoner, and that'll do it. And we got ourselves a Commander Sphere with a Retro Mountain and another non-signed art card. So we're already up to 3 signed art cards. I don't expect to see any more. Not in the next 5 packs. I think it would be extremely rare to see 4 of those in a box. All right, so we got ourselves the City's Blessing, followed by Looter Ilkor in foil with a Spectator Seating coming in as a rare main set card with a Fierce Guardianship. This is going to be another tremendous rare hit for us, valued over $35. And then right behind that, we're going to see Phraseile Llanowar Fury coming in as a Planeswalker, and that'll do it. All right, 4 packs to go. Another card off the list in this one. Just going to be an uncommon from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. This is Brunoir Battlehammer. And then behind that, we're going to see ourselves a body double with a Mind's Aglow, main set rare, with an Imp's Mischief. And then we're going to see Zakama Primal Calamity coming in with a Treasure Nabber as a foil rare borderless. All right, so that pack had a double borderless in the back and a ton of artifacts, none of which I think are tremendous, but if they were, I'll throw them on the screen. So we got ourselves the Spirit, followed by a Supernatural Stamina with an Undergrowth Stadium. Lots of lands in this box. I love that. Then we're going to see ourselves Braids Conjurer Adept. All right, and that last pack was a land pack. We saw one of those earlier on in the box. I didn't call it out, but wow. Land, land, land. It's definitely theming going on with these set boosters. So we got ourselves a Soldier, followed by a Deranged Assistant in foil. Then we're going to see ourselves the Heroic Intervention, still a decent card for us. Followed by an Ogre Slumlord. And then we're going to see Grenzo Havoc Razor with Eureka of Tiger's Shadow coming in as one of the portrait borderless cards in the back. Very cool. Then we're going to see Squee. All right, final set booster pack, and then we'll jump into the MTG box analysis, and we'll go ahead and go through all the details of this box. And I have opened 2 others on the channel, so I'll update the prices and we'll do a comparative analysis to see, what the value is of an average box. So we got ourselves a Treasure, followed by a Nadler's Nightblade in foil, and then we're going to see ourselves a Verdant Confluence as our first rare, with Ghoulcaller Giza as our second. Oh, and this is going to be a short pack. So we're going to see Alaharu Solemn Ritualist with Hamza Guardian of Asharan. Then we're going to see a Loyal Guardian with a Loyal Subordinate, a Wanderer Strike, Courage in Crisis, Snake Skin Veil with a Tuscan Guard Captain, Crimson Fleet Commodore. Then we're going to see a Fall from Favor, followed by a Dread Return in Borderless, a Foil Plains, and one more non-signed R card. All right, so I'll get everything sorted, organized, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Let's get things started by reviewing the contents of the box. Using this chart, we can see the cards that we were eligible to pick up from the set shaded in gray, the non-foils we actually saw in green, and the foils in orange. In the non-foil space, we saw between 39 and 45 cards for each of the colors of Magic, along with 29 borderless. In the foil space, we saw between 3 and 5 cards for each of the colors of Magic and 2 foil borderless. Moving into coverage, in the non-foil space, we saw 319 cards from the 533 cards that we were eligible to see. This gave us 60% coverage. Our highest coverage among the colors of Magic was in blue with 69%. In the foil space, we saw 30 unique cards, which gave us 6% coverage of the cards that we were eligible to see. Again, our highest coverage among the colors of Magic was in blue with 8% coverage. Pivoting the coverage by rarity, in today's box we saw 97% of the commons and 65% of the uncommons that we were eligible to see in non-foil. We also picked up 60 of the 169 rares for 36% coverage and 7 non-foil mythics for 13% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 11% of the commons and 4% of the uncommons, as well as 2 foil rares for 1% coverage. Unfortunately, we did not see any foil mythics in today's box, but in the end, we did see 62 rares and 7 mythics in 24 packs. From a duplication standpoint, this box was really good. We only saw 11 cards repeated twice for a box duplication rate of 3%. Before getting into the value of today's set booster box, let's check in on the set and see how it's doing. This chart displays all 533 cards that you can pull from a set booster pack using non-foil market prices as of January 27th, 2024. Currently, the set contains a massive 40 cards valued over $10, which makes it the most of any 2023 set booster box. Of these 40 cards, 14 of these are valued over $25, and 2 of them are even standard frame cards valued over $50, the Great Henge and the Jeweled Lotus. The set also contains 48 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 90 cards in the $1 to $5 range. The other two-thirds of the set, or 355 cards, are valued under $1. A set of all 533 cards that you can pull from a set booster pack have a current market value of $1,775.82. Now let's recap the actual observed value that we saw in today's box, starting off with a look at the non-foils. In today's box, we saw 7 cards valued over $10, including the Heroic Intervention, Morphon the Boundless, Deadly Rollick, Smothering Tide, the Craterhoof Behemoth, the Fierce Guardianship, and the number 4 card in the set, the Great Henge, which has a market value of $51.08. We also saw 14 cards valued over $5, with the Training Center being valued at $9.69 in the top spot, and the box even contained 39 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 270 non-foils that we pulled are valued under $1. In the foil space, this box was horrible. We didn't see a single foil valued over $5, despite seeing 2 foil rares. We did pick up 6 foils valued over $1, with the Sky Shroud Claim being the most valuable at $3.81. The other 24 foils in the box are valued under $1. So how did this box perform? Well, the market price for this box as of January 27th, 2024 is $298.74. The Commander Masters Set Booster Box contains 24 packs, each with 15 cards, allowing us to see 360 cards plus tokens. The 18 tokens and 24 art cards have a current market value of $23.42 combined. The 6 cards that we pulled from the list were pretty unmemorable and only have a combined value of $3.08. The 24 retro lands and 162 commons have a combined value of $47.29, and the 105 uncommons are valued at $45.56. Now, the 62 rares that we pulled have a combined value of $212.70, and our 7 mythics are valued at $130.99. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be $463.04 in card market value, which is a gain of $164.30 over the market price, and means that it returned 155% of the market price in card value. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 43 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $349.44, which means that those 43 cards represent 75% of the total box value, but 117% of the market price of the box. Before we close out the video, let's compare the 3 set booster boxes opened so far on the channel. Here's a recap of what we've seen in the 3 boxes. Now, despite the colors, there's really only a little bit of variation here. I think it's important to note that the coverage and duplication is going to be very consistent across these boxes, and you should expect to see between 2 and 3 signed art cards and 6 to 7 cards from the list, as well as 58 to 62 rares and between 7 and 9 mythics. Now, from a value perspective, here's how the 3 boxes look using market prices as of January 27th, 2024. As you can see, despite the card distribution being very close, the value ranges of the boxes do differ. Despite today's box having a lot of yellow, it was still an amazing box with over $200 in rares and $130 in mythics. And here's a look at the total market value of all of the boxes. As you can see, every single one has breached the market value by more than $100. My first box was so far the best, but we're going to try and beat it this Friday when I crack open another set booster box of Commander Masters. So be sure to come back. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, do something amazing. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.